let's talk about the Instax Pal. The Instax Pal is the new kid on the block in the Instax family. But what exactly is it? Let's have a look. Fujifilm South Africa sent me this palm-sized camera to play with for 2 weeks. This little camera is very different to what we've seen from Instax before. Yep, the Instax Pal is different because this is the only Instax device that only takes pics. At 41 grams, this little guy packs a 4.9 megapixel sensor, internal storage of 50 photos, and a micro SD card. Images from the Instax Pal are transferred via Bluetooth to your smartphone using the free Instax Pal app. These can then be printed on a linked device or shared to social media via the app with Instax frames. There are 5 different colors available: lavender blue, powder pink, milky white, gem black, and pistachio green. This is your on-off button, and this is your shutter button. There are 3 ways to shoot with the Instax Pal, facilitating different shooting situations. In standard mode, the shutter on the back can be pressed to capture a photo. When using the remote mode, a smartphone running the Instax Pal app can control the Pal via Bluetooth. You can then check these photos immediately in the app. The dynamic interval mode is the last one. It can continually take pictures in the sequence of 3, 6, 11, or 21 at intervals of 3 seconds. After that, create an Instax animation, combining multiple images into a flipbook or video animation. You can also share this animation if you're printing a photo by adding a QR code to share. Unfortunately, the Pal doesn't print images. Imagine the tiny prints popping out the top here. It would be kinda lekker. So you will need one of the compatible cameras or printers to print images. But, and this depends on which printer you've already got, you can shoot or print in mini, square, or wide formats. I've also heard that some countries are getting a bundle option, the Instax Pal with a mini Link 2 printer. But I don't think that offer will go worldwide. At the bottom of the Instax Pal, you'll see an L and an F. F is to set the Instax Pal to fun mode, so you can connect it to your smartphone and in turn the app, while L lets you go ahead and print directly from the Pal to a printer. You'll be using the app to either print directly to a linked device or to create animations or flip albums for social media. But there's also an option to play around and customize photos before printing. You can add stickers or text or filters, making your photos unique. So just to recap here, you can print your images saved in your app gallery directly. And as I said, using a compatible Instax printer, you can opt for mini, square, or wide, depending on what accompanying printer you own. Connecting your Instax Pal to the app also lets you shoot remotely. And another fun feature is setting the trigger noise. So the Instax Pal has a built-in speaker that can shoot off a message when you push the shutter button at the back. There are already some loaded in the app that you can choose, but you can customize the sound and add a little fun to the experience. The multifunctional ring accessory has a few uses. The idea is to use it as a viewfinder or a camera stand. And if you attach the ring via the string on the back, I guess you could use it to carry around. But make sure you've attached the string, because this pops off very easily and I wouldn't want to be swinging that around and losing my Instax Pal. The battery life is also impressive. The built-in lithium-ion battery lasts about 240 frames per charge. I've obviously not managed to get in 240 shots in the 2 weeks that I've had the Pal, so we'll have to take Fujifilm's word for it. The release date for the Instax Pal here in South Africa is not confirmed yet. It seems other countries have the Pal already. The price here in South Africa is estimated at about 1,899 Rand. And I saw that the price in euros was about 88 euros. And I know I mentioned a bundle before, which might only be for the US market. That's going to be an Instax Pal with an Instax Mini Link 2 printer. So what do I think about the Instax Pal? We all know I'm a sucker for an Instax product, and it sure is cute, but I just can't make my mind up about it. I definitely see some advantages to owning one, but I keep asking myself, what is the point? It does just seem gimmicky and fun. I tried to think of scenarios where the Instax Pal would be well suited, and things like weddings or events. Guests can then just grab the Instax Pal and take a few shots. I also thought maybe as a tourist, you could just easily snap a few shots. For me, it also took some getting used to shooting with the Instax Pal. Because I was trying to be all casual about it, getting the right angle took quite a lot of practice. And sillily, I keep pushing the on-off button instead of the shutter button to take a pic. I love that the app lets you choose the print, so you can match it to whichever printer you own. And I do love the added touch of a pre-recorded sound for the shutter button. I also need to mention that the picture quality is good, but you've got to remember that it's Instax print quality. It's not what you'll get if you print something professionally. So while I love the design, I see no practical uses for it. But perhaps that is its appeal. It's just to have some fun with. And if you're prepared to part with your money for a toy like this, then I'm certain you'll have a lot of fun with it. Thanks for watching my video on the Instax Pal. And if you have any questions, please pop them below in the comment section. Don't forget to check out my box below. The Instax Pal is the new kid on the block. Here comes Kayla. Sorry, my dog. Take your time, airplane, take your time. I can still hear it. Shush. Okay, my husband's just gotten home and the dogs are going mad. He's obsessed with my husband. Obsessed.